Today we begin our new journey here on Farming Simulator 22. This is Western Wilds survival map by Alien Jim. And yeah, so we you know what? It'd be better if I could let's just pull up the map. So here's the map. If you're familiar with No Man's Land, this is basically No Man's Land but different layout kind of thing. It separates the lands into squares and all of that. So you got all these different forestry areas all around the map. You have these fire towers, fire lookout towers all around the map. You got one there, and one there. And over here you have a gold hut. And we'll talk more about that gold hut in a little while. You got your electric charging station, your train yard, your gas station, another gas station, water fill point, sawmill, lime, gold, electric charging, water fill, biomethane, and biogas. Up here, gonna have to zoom in a little bit. This is the main area right up here. So this is the animal dealer, you get the vehicle shop, fuel station, farmer's market, water fill point, seeds, fertilizer, farmer's market products, market wool, market milk, sawmill north, and sawmill north. These little dots right here are the signs. If you're familiar with Alien Jim's maps, you can go around and cut certain signs, and it'll get rid of like trees, rocks, water, all that stuff. We're not going to be doing any of that. I want to keep the map as it is. Excuse me. And yeah, so this right here is where we are starting. This is an old abandoned farm, so typically it'll start you off up here, and there's a house and everything up here. But I've already sold off that land and everything, got rid of the buildings and everything on that land, and bought this land down here. So we own 25 and 26. Now we do have some trees around the property, and that's what we're going to start off with as far as making money. Maybe clear out this center area and open it up real good. We'll take a look at that here in just a minute. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll take a look at the farmlands. You can see 25, 26 is what we own. So let's take a look at the farm. As you can see, there's an old rundown, farm fence. All of that is removable, so we can replace that with a better fence. We have our entryway, which I have an idea for this entryway later on. So you come into the farm, you got grass growing through the gravel and concrete and everything. And let's start off over here. So there's a lot of scrap around, and one of the signs actually is to get rid of all of the scrap. So we will be cutting that one down eventually, because you can't just go in and delete that. So this building right here, you can delete this building through the build mode, construction mode, and then we could put down our actual house. You can't actually go in here. There is no sleep point or anything, so I have an idea for getting around that for right now. You have a little chicken hut, which is not operational, so we'll have to delete that or get rid of that. So also, I just want to point out, let's go into okay, I hit the wrong button, so now it's going into save mode there. Let's go into the store. Let's go to construction. So I want to point out that this right here, if you want to demolish something, it will cost you money, which is a very interesting feature, and I actually like it because, realistically, it's going to cost you money to get rid of something on your land. So we're going to hit no for now because we have, as you can see, we have $0. We're going to be doing a full-on survival series. So that's that. So same thing with this right here. You have to delete it. There's some little scrap around that you have to get rid of. through build mode and all of that. You come over here and you have your little silage point. Same situation with that. You have some old cattle pens that are all torn up and everything that you have to go in and sell. Now these two do get rid of each other. Like if you delete one, the other one goes away. They're all one unit. And then you have a little pen over here. Unsure what this pen was used for originally. Maybe it was pigs, possibly. But yeah, so we have to get rid of that. And then you come over here. You got scrap all over the place, a couple of sheds. These sheds, you cannot use these sheds. So just going to point that out. Got a couple of little spots, scrap and stuff around. And then over here, you have an old covering that has junk underneath it. And then if we come over here, we have the old barn. Now I did something kind of interesting with this old barn. You might have just seen it there peeking through. So this old barn has fallen apart and everything. You can't really fit any equipment in it or nothing. That tractor is just, scrap or whatever. So we're gonna be getting rid of all of this. And then if we come in here, I have set up a truck. Yes, it is 100% dirty, and it has 100% wear on it. It has some damage, and it's low on fuel. So we're starting off with kind of a ratty truck that we're going to have to obviously buy a pressure washer to clean it off, take it to the shop, and get it repaired and all that stuff. So, with that being said, that is going to be the start. Actually, okay, I just saw something. And I don't know what I want to do about this. So this map has gold on it. It has gold nuggets all around the map that are hidden. One of them is right here. Let me get my HUD turned back on. Yeah, one of them is right here. You cannot pick it up. You can pick it up, you can't physically pick it up and move it somewhere. So if you hit R, then you'll collect that. It's a lot like collectibles, but you get $50,000 from collecting these nuggets. And since we just started this playthrough, I honestly I don't want to pick that up yet. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna put some work in. Going to be clearing this center part of the land with all these trees. Maybe not all of it. Maybe actually I may end up leaving that because I kind of like that. It's actually kind of nice. So we may end up taking out a couple of trees in a couple of spots here and there to get some money going. But we definitely need to start tearing down some of these old buildings. So first things first, we need to get our truck out of this barn. So I do have a chainsaw as well. Let me just mention that. That is all I'm starting out with. So let's go ahead and close our tailgate. And let me adjust the volume in my head here so I can hear. See if we can get this thing out of here. I got it in here, so I know it'll come out. I may have went through the other door. I can't remember. Okay, yeah. So it's this other door right here that I went through. So how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing fantastic. I am doing absolutely fantastic. Got a couple of new series going on the channel, so super exciting stuff happening. We got ATS, ETS, and farming sim right now, and we'll have flight sim going as well. So Let's get this truck out of this corner back here. Okay. Now, we need to decide on where we're going to start cutting down trees. So I think I'm going to take these trees out right here and possibly those trees, maybe. Or I may end up leaving those trees and just cut these down right here because I want to open up some area here. So we'll cut these and then possibly cut those trees over here in this corner so we can open up all of this backside of the land and start cleaning it up. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to back the truck up to about right here. Let's go ahead and open up that tailgate. And let's go ahead and start cutting things down here. Now I do have the lumberjack mod on just to make it simple as far as getting rid of the stumps, because these stumps are a pain in the butt. And then to get rid of this little piece, you just hit it like that. Alright. So we're going to get rid of all these branches and stuff on it. Now it kind of landed in a bad spot in all these bushes, but you know, hey, it is what it is. So we're going to have to start off with cutting small logs. And go from there. That way we can pick them up. Alright, so let's see if we can pick these up. Yes, we can. Alright, let's go ahead and get these loaded up in the truck. There we go. Oops. Hold on a second. There we go. There we go. Alright. I want to make sure we maximize our space here in the back of the truck here so we can get the most out of a load. There we go. So yeah, this is going to be a long journey. I don't know how long this series is going to go, honestly. Maybe until another good map comes out. Maybe not. We may keep it going and play the other map that comes out. I don't know. I have an idea of a map that is in the works right now. Excuse me. That is in the works right now. And I'm just waiting for the release of that. And I may do a play on that particular map. I don't want to say which one it is just yet, in case for some reason there's a problem with it and it does not get released. So the goal with this particular playthrough, excuse me, it is currently 7:30 in the morning. I just woke up not too long ago. Recording this on a Sunday. As you can see up there in the top right corner, I have the actual date and time, so I don't lose track of my time. So the plans for this series, I want to completely renovate this property and obviously get some farmland going, get some cattle going, and all of that. So with that being said, I don't think I'm going to bore you with cutting the rest of this tree and loading it up. So I'm going to go ahead and make a cut here, and I'll bring you guys back in as soon as I'm done cutting this tree. Alright, we have this tree loaded up and ready to go. That is one tree, and it filled up this truck bed. So I think our first goal is probably going to be to get a trailer that we can use, and we'll go to the store to take a look at what we can possibly get. I think the sawmill is over there. There's a sawmill north, so while we're over there, we'll take a peek in the store. So let's go ahead and close that. And let me see if I can remember the button for excuse me, for my straps. I didn't even know that hood would open. That's interesting. Good to know. There we go. There's the button for the straps. And let's go ahead and get this thing started up and make our way on up to the sawmill. So the sawmill is going to be from the gate. We're going to go to the left and then make a right up here and follow that road all the way up to the north. So this will give you a chance to kind of see the map a little bit. There are rocky areas. There are a bunch of trees. And you can see the radio tower in one of the buildings right up ahead. There's also one of the fire towers. We'll take a look at that real quick. Gotta be careful going down this road because it's a little bumpy. So I don't wanna like flip the truck or nothing and lose. Well, we wouldn't lose all the logs because we have them strapped down. But yeah. So we're coming up to some of the rock features here on the left-hand side and directly in front of us. So here's a spot right here that you could also start a farm if you wanted to. There's the fire tower. Let's go sell these first. So you got a couple of ways you can get into the town. You can either go left or right. It'll take you in either way. Actually, I am wrong about that. There's some of the signs right there that you can cut down to get rid of things. To get into the sawmill, you have to go this way. So we will go this way. And you take this second road over here to the far side, and you go into the sawmill. Now this is all open, so that's good to know. Now I believe this right here is the area that you no, this over here is the area that you sell logs, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and back this thing in right here. Unstrap those. Hop on out of the truck, leave it running here. And then we will go ahead and hit R. Right? Unless it has to be right there. I don't know what that's for. Oh, maybe that's the loading area where for production, because this is set up as a production plant. So, yes, I'm assuming we would have to be in this area to come over here and hit R. There we go. Now we got $1,351 off of that. That's not a whole lot, but it's a start. And let me just get rid of that. So let's go ahead and back up here and let's swing over to the store real quick and take a look at how much a trailer is going to cost. And that way we have a goal that we can set. Got to find where the store is at. Okay, store is right here. Let's go ahead and shut that down because we don't have a whole lot of fuel left in there. Let's go right here. And let's take a look at trailers. Not the trailers up top. I'm going to look down here in the load loaders. I have some mods installed, so it doesn't look like we have anything that's going to be very useful I mean, this right here, but I mean, the sides only go up so high. So I'm thinking if we go to forestry equipment, let's see what we have in here. We have these small trailers. They cost way too much. That's a big semi-trailer. We don't need that. We could obviously buy a truck that we could attach this to, but that's a lot of money. Then we have all these big trailers. Then we have this big trailer there. So I think what we're going to have to do, let's take a look in here, and we may end up having to buy this one right here. If we take a look at this one, it is $3,500, so we'll have to do another load or two of trees. So if we... Yeah, see, if we put it on the capacity, we could throw logs in there, but again, it's only so high. So I don't know if that would work out very well. I may have to take a little peek in the mod store, see if we could find a trailer that's like a dump bed trailer. To go from there, you know, something that can be pulled with a truck, because I mean, this one can be pulled with a truck. It's just very expensive. It's $3,600 or $36,000. This would be great to haul logs. So I think what I'm gonna do real quick is take a look in the mod store, or the mod hub, and see what we can find in there to throw in. And I will be right back with you guys in just a minute. Alright, we are back. I have gone through the mod hub and found a couple of things. Let's go take a look in the trailers and see what we have here. So, starts right about in here. Here's the first mod in the mod list. So I got these guys, you know, a couple of these. They're kind of expensive. This one's only $4,400. We'll take a look at that one here in just a second. See, this is 10.5, 11.5. We got this guy right here for $4. We'll take a look at that one, and then this guy, we picked up this one just because it looks cool, and I may use it later. So let's take a look at this one right here. What can we do with this? So we got 11,000, and then we have 18.5, and then 19, and then a bale trailer. So if we were to go with possibly this, or maybe just this right here, this would actually work out great. We could do $45.50 is the price on that. Let's see, what do we have for labels? See, if we go remove decals, we'll just, yeah, we'll remove the decals. Spare wheel, remove spare, spare wheel, remove spare. Oh, there it is. It's on this side. Okay. So the wheel setup. If let's see, if we were to go with mud guards or bigger tires with mud guards, so we'll just keep it standard, and then obviously the color we could change. The paint is free. So you know, we're looking at $4,500 for that one. That's a good option. These are just too expensive for right now. Let's take a look at this guy right here. So the configuration, let's see, we have flatbed or standard. So this isn't going to really work for us. It may work for something later, so we'll keep this one in mind. So this is going to be the one that we're going to go for right here. $4,400. It's going to be $4,550 is what we need. So we need a couple more loads of logs to get there. So let's go ahead and hop in the truck and head on back to our farm and find another tree to cut down. And I will see you guys there in just a minute. Alright, we are pulling up to the farm, and let's get in here and see if we can find another tree to cut down. So we do have a bunch of pain in the butt trees in here that have the extra branches and stuff hanging off of them. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to cut these down right here, so you know, it is what it is. So let's actually just go ahead and back this into this little spot right here. And let's go ahead and get started with this big tree in the back. And you know, honestly, like if we want more trees later on, we could always add them. So let's go ahead and hop out here. And can I cut these down even? Aha, I can. Alright, so let's go ahead and chop this guy down. And let's, where'd it go? There it is. Let's go ahead and cut that. Cut that off. Okay. Alright. So we're not going to really get much out of these little guys right here. But they are in the way, so we're going to have to... We're going to have to cut them down anyways. So, you know, these little guys, we may end up just... honestly doing the red cut of death on these. You know what I mean? Like that. You know, like that right there, we could probably get something out of it. Let's go ahead and get rid of the stump. You know, this right here, let's go ahead and get rid of that. This right here, let's go ahead and just cut that, so that's all gone. And then if we were to cut this off, see, it disappears. So, you know, there's not a whole lot to be made from these little limbs. So I'm just gonna stick these over here for right now by the barn. That way we can do some bigger stuff first and go from there. So we are gonna have to get rid of these little trees. So I may end up just doing, you know, like this one right here, we may be able to salvage something out of it. So if I was to cut that right there and get rid of these little limbs and such on it. So we have a log. We got a good decent sized branch out of that right there. So yeah, I'm gonna take some time to go ahead and clear out this area of all the trees, and I will see you guys in just a minute. I'll bring you back in if anything interesting happens along the way. Alright, you guys, we're going to be selling our final load of trees for today. There we go, 5904 on that one. That was a heavy, dense tree. I did not expect to get that much, honestly. But, hey, the more the merrier, right? So, let's go ahead and close that up. And let's go over here to the store and take a look at that trailer again. And I think with the rest of the money, we may end up going ahead and fueling up this truck, because it is pretty filthy. So let's go ahead and go into the store. Let's go to trailers, and we were going to go with this one right here, I believe. The only thing I don't like about this is that it's got the pivot point right here. And it's not very long, come to think of it. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. It'll work for now, and we could always use it for grain later. We just can't back it up, because I'm terrible at backing up this stuff. So we're going to go with all this stuff. Wheel setup. We'll keep the wheels the same. And as far as color, I don't know. What color are we going to go with here? Maybe go with brown for logs. And then let's go with black down there. And then the rim color, we'll go like that. That doesn't look bad at all. So let's go ahead and change our plate. Hit OK. And we're looking at $45.50. Let's go ahead and grab that. So we have $6,663 left. Now, hopefully I could pull it with this truck. If not, then we're in trouble. because we don't have the money for a tractor. Alright, there we go. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and bring this back to the farm. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. It's going to probably, I don't know exactly how long this episode will be. I'm sure it'll probably be a little bit on the short side. We'll see when I get done editing it. But this is probably going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're going to get over here to the farm real quick, though, and show you guys the progress that we made. And talk about a little bit of the plans moving forward real quick. And then we'll wrap up the episode right there. But coming up to the farm now. Slow it down. I do have the Terraform mod installed as well, so we could do some interesting things with the road creations and all of that stuff, because we're going to have to make some roads. And it's kind of boring just going into the paint, you know what I mean? And doing it that way. So yeah, we've got all of this cleared up. We're going to just go ahead and park this right here. And there's one more thing that I need to do before we close out this episode. Ooh, excuse me. Before we close out this episode. But yeah, this is what we got cleared. We're gonna have to get a mower in here to get rid of all of this, all these bushes and whatnot. You can see we've got some broken sections of fence that we're gonna have to repair eventually. So yeah, this section is cleared. I'm thinking we need to possibly build some more storage. How much is it to get rid of this? Let's take a look at that real quick, because we've got to go into the store anyway. So let's go in here. Let's go down here to construction. And let's spin around here. And let's see, what does it cost to get rid of this? $6,253. Let me take a look here. Do some math. 6,663 minus 6,253. It's going to leave us with $410. Now, I need to check out farmhouses here. So, readjust myself in the chair here. So we have trailers that we can get. Got the Elk Mountain stuff. Got this, and we have this little tent right here. We have that one, and then if we go down further, we have this one, which is 20 grand. We have this one, which is 250. This one is 320, and this one is 500. So we don't quite have enough to get rid of this and buy the tent, but we do have enough to go ahead just buy the tent. And I'm kind of thinking, I don't know where I want to put this. I don't want to put it over there because we're going to be doing some construction and whatnot over there. So I'm thinking maybe we stick the tent. Maybe we stick the tent right in here somewhere. Let's go ahead and pull this up, see how big it is here. So let's go ahead and spin it. Can I stick it in here? I can stick it in here. So let's see if it'll get rid of those bushes. Let's go ahead and drop it right there. And it did not get rid of that bush right there, which is unfortunate. Because the only way to get rid of that bush is to mow over it. But it's not too bad into the tent, so we'll stick with it for right now. And once I get the mower, we need to take a look at actually how much a mower costs. So let's jump in here. Let's go in here and let's go to mowers. So we can get this one for $850, or we can get this one for $17,000. I'm thinking if we just go ahead and get this one, we can go pick it up and bring it back to the store and mow that stuff out. But that's going to be next episode, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. And And if you did, don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you have not already, and comment down below with any ideas you have for this series. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.